Hi guys, how are you doing? So, as I was walking on the treadmill, I posted this on Facebook. I always get these messages, out in my backyard. And what I saw was that, so the other day, I saw there was like a mountain goat, and there was like a mountain goat baby, and they were climbing, right? And there was, so almost kind of like, could have been, adult and child, or like adult and inner child. And then there was one horse, kind of leading them. And then today I saw like the entire herd of horses. And if you have followed me for a while, I see the horse and rider as a symbolism of divine union, masculine and feminine coming together. And so I saw this as being, this energy of that, right, that masculine energy, like they're all collectively moving, whether you are male or female, doesn't matter. This is the masculine energy is moving. And they were moving into what I was shown as being the Emperor's heart. But the Emperor's heart is feminine and masculine. And within the heart, I saw down below, I saw an elk, and then standing on the ledge, right, like the Fool's energy, I saw the lion, right, the Emperor, the strength. And it also kind of was like a 69 sort of a shape, so very yin and yang. But there was one horse that stood out to me, and it was a horse that was embodying the elephant, the ancestral energy of the divine masculine. I also saw that the masculine side of the heart, where I had seen it as a dragon, was transforming into a seahorse. And so even the masculine side of the Emperor's heart is taking on a softer, more feminine energy, right? Because the seahorse, again, divine union, right? The masculine births the child. It's got its own beautiful divine union within. So I was like, well, I guess we need to have a little bit of a reading on what this means for the collective. So, all right. So we're going to have a little bit of a unique reading here, about the masculine heart, and the Emperor softening. So, Spirit, thank you. Yeah, it's uncomfortable because it's not something that happens in just a quick instance. It's like the masculine heart can see, this door, this portal, this opening, but it's closed. And there's this knowing that when I get to the other side, right, it's going to be very different. They just feel it. They can't even see it. And there's almost like a fear, right? There's a fear because the way the windows look, that maybe it's cold on the other side, maybe it's snow on the other side, winter, right? Separation, loneliness, which makes them feel that discomfort and very debilitated, where I don't know how to have the patience to work through this. And yet that could be why they're coming in so collectively, right? Like whether you are a female talking about this is your masculine heart, or a male talking about this is your masculine heart, right? Like this is a rise up. It's almost like a feeling the fear and doing it anyway, but doing it very cautiously, and feeling very uncomfortable in that. Yeah, here is the divine masculine. Taurus, cultivating their beautiful dark moon in order to have this softer energy come forward. But they're showing me the third eye has awakened in the dragon. And this is a choice that the divine masculine is making, right? To take this path forward despite the challenge, despite the patience that's having to be offered. I am going forward, okay? And it's funny because I saw like a shirt that almost looked exactly like that I wanted to buy this morning. And they called it like it was the cow shirt. And I was like, that's not a cow, that's Taurus. That's the divine masculine energy there, right? So it's just funny, right, that's coming out here. But this is sex and death, okay? Scorpio. Completion of a cycle. Probably a conversation that you've been holding like a crystal within your heart. Feeling hooked into it, poisoned by it, unable to stop investigating it, right? Trying to shield yourself from that dark moon energy, feeling like you have to be hands off from this. And that's part of that discomfort. I have to be hands off from that which I want to participate in. And what if I get to the other side of this and it's not blue skies and sunshine like I'm hoping? What if it is dark winter and coldness and loneliness? So let's clarify this for the masculine here, okay? Tell me more about this fear, this debilitation, okay, this discomfort. The one. Two of Cups, that dark moon, okay, is what you've committed yourself to, whether you want to admit it or not. There is a partnership that lives within you. And slowly it is turning you into the Jaguar. Okay? You're going through this process, they're saying, of elimination, where you have already committed to this spiritual energy. Yeah, right? The shaman. You've taken up the call of your heart, so ever small that it feels to you, this crystal, right? See the crystal in the scorpion's heart, and see the crystal heart right here that the shaman is working with. No matter how this feels to you, you are manifesting with this crystal heart, carrying it around, sex and death, carrying it around, waiting for this completion to happen. Page of Wands, awakened. Your energy has awakened the feminine in their seeking of higher spirituality, higher consciousness. And their heart is blossoming, but it has thorns, and it has not been easy for the feminine energy within this either. They are within this emotional space where nothing feels real. They are binding their heart. Okay? They are binding themselves so tightly as to not have to deal with this, right? Because here's the Hermit at the bottom, right? Where you are traveling from one space, right, completed, into another. Again, a little unsure here. And I'm feeling this like tightness here, like across the top of the shoulders and up the spine right there, right? Whereas there's this almost like pulling, being pulled back, right? Like this fear of hitting that trifecta where the alta major, right, the crown and the third eye all align into that golden ratio where you see the truth. There's a little bit of fear about letting that crystal, right, come out. I mean, it could be some lapis lazuli, which is very Jupiter, very expansive. Despite your own fears and your own desire to just stay grounded where you are, your thoughts, your consciousness is changing. And as such, you are having so many transformations as you are following this direction that you are being guided on. Again here, okay, you have manifested this. You have created this energy. You feel it. When you think about it, you dream about it. When you dream about it, you feel it. And then your inner child feels it. And it becomes this very deeply healing spiritual energy, which is the only thing that's allowing you to have the patience for this to be growing as slowly as it is. Because again, right, the manifestation here, right, there with that shadow that you are engaged with is that you are becoming ever so slowly this jaguar, which is the energy of the West, okay, the full illumination. But the jaguar is not afraid of the dark, okay? The jaguar is not afraid of the shadows. Tell me about the Two of Cups here, Spirit. Yeah, again, this is what that dark moon, lunar eclipse energy, okay? Dark moon here is opening up this third path where you stood at the crossroads and you've seen what is meant for you. And it's opened up this path forward in your heart, right? What is the shaman doing with this blue crystal heart? Okay, what is the shaman doing with this blue crystal heart? Okay, 9 of Cups in reverse. There's a sense of drawing out, like soul retrieval, okay? Going into the shadows, going into the earth, drawing out, like I'm sensing, right? Like there's an energy when doing Olympia, okay? Where as a shaman, you are more or less kind of like pulling out, sucking out the darkness, the negative energies from the person that you are working with. And I feel like you are pulling that which was not fulfilling, that which has caused you sorrow, out of this heart. It's almost like a purification ceremony that's going on here, which is why the Scorpio, right, the scorpion, like the poisonous creature here, right, is protecting the crystal heart, right? Stay away from this while I work on it. This is creating sunshine in a way so that the divine masculine energy here can accept the love of the celestial mother and father, okay? We've got the Sun and the Queen of Cups. It really is kind of this goddess Danu sort of energy with Eros, right? And Eros created chaos and darkness. And out of chaos and darkness, right, we created Eros again. New existence, 3D existence. This is like healing the wounds, right, of the father, the grounded root chakra energy, and the mother, okay, as this spiritual guide or guidance, right? Allowing yourself to then be your own fire keeper. And in such, right, it has awakened this blossoming of the heart and the seeking of their own sacredness within the divine feminine energy, even as though they are binding their heart. Why is the divine feminine energy binding their heart? Daughter of Swords in reverse and the Six of Wands. The not knowing keeps them from receiving their blessings. And they know, but it's almost as if I know, but I don't want to know, right? Energetically, I know. But I'm just going to sleep through this part until the blessing part gets here. And then I can wake up all brand new, chicken, little chick, all brand new, awaken, and be somewhere that's already blessed, right? Be past all of that heartache. Like, I've just bloomed this flower and now I have to let it die. Okay, now I have to let it fall. I have to let my walls fall. I have to let my guard down. I have to allow the divine ending. Look at that, the world and the Wheel of Fortune. I have to allow the divine ending to come in. Tell me about the transformation here, okay, that's happening here in the consciousness of the divine masculine. Again, right, there's the horse, right? All the horses are awakening to the Emperor's heart. We get the Five of Cups now, okay? There's a Page of Pentacles trying to sneak out, right? Again, right? The doe. Waiting. Understanding that maybe this is overwhelming for the doe as they're becoming this energy of the elk, right? They understand. It wasn't easy for our feminine or our masculine energy. They understand why the darkness came, why the shadows matter, which is why they're manifesting their Jaguar energy. Manifesting this Jaguar energy here. Thank you. 10 of Wands in reverse. Okay, because I don't want to leave the shadow space. This is where I'm gaining all of my knowledge. Again, okay, there's a Mother of Pentacles hidden in there. I don't want to go back to the idea of hearth and home being the center of my focus. Some of the divine masculine are afraid that if they rush into this, they're going to miss out on a time of being like my own energy, right? I want to be my own energy. I want to play the field. I want to, travel. I want to do the things that I want to do, not that we want to do. Where is that stemming from here, Spirit? Okay, crossing energy of Six of Pentacles. Because they've been over giving, right? They've been in a situation where everything is put upon me. Okay. Yeah, there's the Four of Swords. Okay. I need to recover. And in truth, I feel like, right, as the Jaguar energy, the Jaguar spends an awful lot of time just lying on a branch and looking into the darkness, into the jungle, and watching, and right. I don't really feel like the divine masculine actually has anywhere that you want to be. You just don't want to have to be. Okay? You want to be patient. You want to just sit and daydream. And when you are daydreaming, what are you daydreaming about? Again, that Page of Pentacles, that doe. Okay, Father of Swords in reverse. That I could take away all of the darkness of the feminine child. Okay, this could be the inner feminine. This could be their child. If I could just take away that darkness and give them the rainbows, right? It's like my job would be done. Yeah, okay. But there's a Mother of Swords involved here that it's not going to let that happen. Because the world is truths, and the truth is the truth is the truth, right? Eventually it all comes out. Like there's that, see, you remember yesterday I saw that mountain lion and the baby mountain lion, or not mountain lion, but mountain goat and the baby mountain goat, right? Like I want to protect my legacy here from going down in this fiery devil's energy. But you can't, right? Because the truth will always come out. All you can do is be, right? Look, all you can do is be truthful. Okay, Page of Wands. Speak the truth about whatever this ending is. Okay, whatever this cycle that's ending here is, speak the truth about it. Okay? That way, your inner child, the inner feminine, or the child feminine can feel loved and honored as they are, as they go forward, and continue to work with you rather than being under this energy of the moon. Okay? So what advice does this masculine and feminine energy, right? What does it require? What does it need to know for this path forward here in the future? Thank you. Okay. Five of Swords in reverse. 10 of Pentacles. And the Sun. If you don't hide things to under your own feelings, okay? Because I do have the 5 here of Wands. Okay. At the bottom being the 5 of Wands, there's been a lot of lessons about how do we build a house? How do we build stability? How do we build a wish? Okay? How do we build a life? And you can't hide the truth that, right? Life is what it is. You just have to be fully enmeshed, right, in that foundation that if you work through that which is hard, things do then stabilize, right? It's not always going to be rocky. Things stabilize and happiness does happen. Okay? Anything from the divine feminine energy, right? About wanting to know this truth. Okay, yeah. Patience in reverse. I don't need you to be patient with me. I don't need you to be rushed with me, right? I don't need you to hide the truth from me. Like there's this energy that I'm growing up. Inner child, right? Little child. I'm growing up. And I'm going to gain my own perspectives based on the world around me. And I don't need you to hide things from me because it makes me have to color my own world in a way that sometimes isn't realistic. Yeah, and this is the fear of the divine masculine, okay? To be out of control in this situation. To give up the control of that stability, that foundation, that 10 of Pentacles, and just allow the divine feminine to participate in the building of or tearing down of a house. Again, there's a mirroring here. There is that Page of Wands again, awakening. Right? The divine masculine is in this awakening of their own happiness, that they are realizing in the shadow that I've created this happiness. But I feel like I don't know how to get to that sunshine, and I don't know if I really want to, right? It's a long trek. Knight of Wands energy here. There's an impulsive fire, though, within. I feel like when the feminine energy looks into the eyes of the masculine shadow, that light will shine. Okay. And it's going to create some sort of a renewal. So any sort of timing energy that you want to add to this spirit. Okay, first house, Aries. Again, this is a new beginning, right? And it is coming in with a little bit of that impulsive, the sun is shining, whether you want it to or not, sort of an energy. Coming in with truth. Okay, we do have that solar eclipse coming in with the completion. Okay, started with the solar eclipse. So that was definitely the beginning of this completion. You are in the beginning of everything. Okay, there's Pisces energy. Again, like I said, I saw yin and yang. There is that the horses are coming into the Emperor's heart underneath, right? There's that sun with Sagittarius, rebirth. Okay, 7th house of Libra. Know that you are in it. Okay, already here. Yeah, okay. This is about going through this tower moment that you're in right now, which is creating this rebirth. Okay. Right, again, the sun is that birth energy. Some of you are dealing with like an awakening of understanding your mother and your father better. Becoming the you that you wanted to become instead of the you that you felt you had to be for them. This is, for some of you, the tower moment could have been that somebody's pregnant and it's not yours, okay? That's for very few, but that's for someone out there. But I feel that, again, right, Eros creating with chaos and darkness, okay? When we came from the soul space, right, our light attracted. As we came through whatever plane to be in this, right, because our soul space was flattened so that we could come here. Very much a water world. It's very much some of that, right, like the idea of the golden ratio and right, like the divinity of the universe where everything mirrors everything else. And it's mirrored in our own birthing process. Okay. And in that darkness creates something very beautiful that's being hollowed out of the old you. Yeah, and you feel this limitation, this struggle to allow the light to come through. You're kind of afraid, again, to put your hands on this physically. But you're going to have to make a decision here. And it feels like there's a little bit of wiggle room here. Capricorn, I feel like you're going to have a little, like some little mini transformations that you're going to go through. Different options that are coming open and available. Yeah, again, this moon that's coming in is bringing up some hidden emotions that feel a little bit like the inner child trickery. Okay, but it's actually part of this birth, okay? Part of this massive awakening to seek the light out of the shadow. Yeah, all right. Again, I said there is a 5D spiritual connection here. Freya, all right, that is already balancing out the scales. Okay. So let's close it off here with a couple of oracle messages. Okay. Don't dim to fit in. Okay? How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? Again, right? There's a part of you not wanting to let that Alta Major chakra open up, because then the light comes in. Don't dim yourself. Don't dim that trifecta of that Alta Major, crown chakra, third eye energy to not come out for you. Okay? Deep replenishment. Retreat, rest, be held. That's all the feminine wants out of this. And this is hidden from you. The feminine only wants to be nourished, to be held, to be loved, to be honored, right? They're going to find their own path in conjunction with your shadow. Like, they're attached, right, still to you within this shadow energy. Yeah, again, taking a break, right? They feel this energy where you're trying to be patient. You're trying to take a break. You're trying to just daydream and not deal with your own light and your own reality of the situation. But once you come out of this moon, right, you're being guided to dance with this feminine energy because it's birthing in this new age for you. You've gotten to the core of the labyrinth, okay, which as you go in, you're very mindful through the labyrinth, and this may have been the longest labyrinth of your lifetime, but you've gone through and you've meditated and you've worked and you've gotten to the center, and now you see. In the darkness, you see that opening of light and the reflection of light of this moon, this full moon. And in that lunar eclipse, you're going to have a big wake up. All right? So I hope that this helps you guys. I hope you have a beautiful week, and I will see you next time. All right? Bye.